Happy New Year! We'll do this guide in 3 easy steps, starting with the clip, the items, and then the dodging. Let's beat this guy! Alright, starting off with armor. The Victide armor is going to be the best on this boss. Just like Eater of Worlds, the mech will not do enough damage, at least in my opinion. Victide also grants several other buffs that can help you out. For weapons, the Snapthorn is still going to be the best whip. And it's gonna stay like that until we manage to no-hit Skeletron. I would not recommend whip stacking with the Leather Whip, as this boss can be quite crazy sometimes. It might be hard to multitask with the two. I also don't think it will do enough damage. The Snidridrian, I did use this, but only for those long range times where you can't actually hit him with the Snapthorn. This item is completely optional, and just sticking with Snapthorn is a-okay. Moving on to summons. I would love to shout out the Brittle Star Staff dropped by Desert Scourge. This thing is great for long range and close range. Using 3 of them is pretty good on this boss, but you will see me using a Stormjaw as well, because I always felt it did that tad little bit more damage than the 3 Brittle Stars. Belladonna is an alright choice. I don't think it does as much damage as the other 2 I've just said, but once again, it's up to you to make this more challenging on yourself. For Sentries, just like the Eater of Worlds, the Rusty Beacon prototype is going to be the best. It isn't as much of a tank on this boss as it is on Eater of Worlds, but it's still better than the stinking Squire Swirl guy. And finally, to go on to accessories. The accessories in this will be the exact same as Eater of Worlds. This includes an item to let you fly, which could be boots, fledgling wings, or both. The Voltaic Jelly for that extra summon. The Spirit Glyph if you can get your hands on it. The Shield of Cthulhu is a must. And if you have an extra accessory slot, go ahead and try the Wolfram Battery. For equipment, the Slime Mount or any hook will be great. They can help in clutch situations. Wait a minute. Do you hear that smell? It's dodging time! This boss loves to chase you, and in Phase 3, it loves to play some mind games. So this boss might not be so much a skill, but more of just... I have no idea. Let's go over it. For his first attack, his chase. He is going to chase you, and there are going to be his creepers spinning around you shooting these ichor things. I'm just gonna call them earwax. Unless you don't have any kind of boots, running in a straight line should be a great idea, as he probably won't catch up and the creepers will not actually hit you. But if you're like me and are too lazy to make a long arena, going around him shouldn't be too hard. If you wait for all the creepers to attack, you should find a window where you can go around. And if you are close enough to a creeper, it will not shoot anything at all. So if you just do a little tiny rotation at the right time, then you can successfully dodge this guy's attack. For his diagonal dash, he is going to spit out a line of ichor things, aka earwax, and actually, all you need to do to dodge this is go the way you came, or keep going forward. Keep going forward has actually killed me a few times before, but that is because of me slowing down in my movements, so keep that in mind. The next attack will be when the Brain of Cthulhu actually stops moving, and his creepers are rotating around you, spitting their earwax. This attack has got to be one of the easiest ones, as all you have to do is dash back and forth. But after this attack, he is going to teleport and do a chase again. And to prevent yourself from running into him, when the Brain of Cthulhu disappears for his teleport, just keep going the direction you are going, as that usually works. And congratulations! You have all the tips to beat Phase 1. This guy has a new dash attack. He is going to send out homing balls of earwax, where going back the way you came to dodge is going to be a little bit more of a problem. So if you're able to, just try to keep going forward. If you can't, try your best to dodge and weave through those homing balls. They should disappear soon enough. After the homing balls attack, he usually does another diagonal attack with the average earwax, but it is the exact same as Phase 1. Just keep moving forward or go back the way you came. His chase is a little more stressful now, but running in a straight line should be just fine. If he does get uncomfortably close though, sometimes I like to just jump up and down to make him go up and down, and he slows down a whole bunch. That being said, everything else for Phase 2 is the exact same as Phase 1, and congratulations, you're ready for Phase 3. This is where things get a little harder. All his attacks are the same, except now he has a lightning bolt. Now he can summon more of himself? Yeah, that's right. Starting off with the lightning bolt. To avoid this, all you gotta do is dash right before it goes off. The game will tell you where this lightning bolt is going to land. So all you've got to do is dash either left or right, whichever is more comfortable or open, I suppose, and be aware of the extra little laser beams that are spit out. Later in his third phase, he's going to have a bigger lightning bolt and much more lasers. As I said before, it is the exact same thing, just dash last second. In the clip though, I almost had a seizure, and I want you to never get in that situation. Try staying on your platforms as much as possible on this boss, or else something like that is going to happen. For his next attack, he is going to spin around you and make many clones of himself. What took me so long to realize is that the clones don't actually damage you. It is just him, and he is going to be outlined in blue at the very last second. So all you have to do is avoid the real him, and that means keeping your eye on him and knowing where to dash, just like Eye of Cthulhu. But using your shield can actually get you stuck on the clones because they have a hitbox too. So, if possible, try dashing somewhere where there are no clones, or use something else like a hook, slime mount, or just don't use it at all. This attack does actually take a little bit of skill, but as I said, this is the most brain we've needed for a boss so far. This attack is always played after the lightning bolt, so keep that in mind as well. And finally, the Brain of Cthulhu's third and final attack. This one, I'm going to be entirely honest with you, I still don't fully understand how it works. But what he does is summon copies of himself that rotate around you. One of them is the real him, the others are cloned, and he dashes towards you twice. The Brittle Star staffs should be able to actually show which brain is the real one. So when these brains dash towards you, try to know where the real brain is, but just like the last attack, keep away from the real brain. And all I can say is dash to the sides of where he's dashing. I don't know anymore, guys. But either way, you can officially no-hit, or just beat, the Brain of Cthulhu in Infernum mode, Calamity Terraria. I record my videos in the order of the boss checklist as shown right there, and it is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. It does actually take me hours to edit these videos, so please subscribe. I hope this guide helped you, and have a happy 2025.